Hotep Senuhena Senut ET then Ishakanugu Kemet. I hope you're doing well. The title of this live stream is Random Talk. Now, just share the link just in case somebody want to get on the panel. Now, for this live stream, the chat is open to everybody. Oh, Iben is in the PCB. Hotep to you. Well, as a matter of fact, I was listening to your stream, brother. I was very surprised at all the cursing that I heard from that lady. I don't need to say her name, you know. Very surprised. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Sister Nandy because she's been keeping it real. And just in case, I'm sharing the link. Now, Judah Nasara. Frankie is really hurt because on his new channel that you know, he been making many what is it called? Shorts video about you. He's really, really hurt. Now, if people know he's a second channel, the location of clowns, spelled with a K, you know. He has a debate, an upcoming debate, right? With Lord Abba and a dude from that one of those Hebrew Israelite organizations. It's in 3 days from now. It's not pay-per-view. And lately, he's been coming up with many, many debates. And the reason why it's not pay-per-view is because people ain't buying the stuff no more. But he needs to try to have content. So with the little monetization, if he's still monetized and the donation, he can get something to eat. Now you all seen that he's not just said about Kemet and Kemetic people, and it's not the first time. The most important is to make sure that we don't support rapists and child molestation. And then we will see. Now, when I was on Judah Nasser's panel, for those who know Judah Nasser, you can just look up his name. There was a person from I think he's from England. His accent sounded like he was from England. So first we have some words, but then we dealt with, okay, what is it that, you know, what's the issue? And he apologized to me and I apologized to him. Now, I may have made some mistakes. For example, the real talk. I may have made some mistakes. I may be wrong. But I'm trying to be as meticulous as possible. You understand what I'm saying? I do not disrespect or lack value for people who are anonymous and unidentified. People have their reasons, you know. But I said for years that I usually prioritize the people who are, you know, on the panel, basically people that are identified, you know. So that being said, you know, there's a funny story that took place at work, and he reminded me of Filthy Frankie and the behavior of his followers. Now, I have colleagues that come from different backgrounds. Some of you know what I do for a living. You know, I don't need to repeat it now, you know. And there are two female co-workers. We've been greeting each other for years. For years. There's one guy from their community, from their background. I noticed very recently that when I would greet him, he would not respond. So just recently, he did not respond, but he looked at me. And I thought, hey, you know what? Maybe he replied, I didn't hear him. Maybe he didn't hear me, you know? Then maybe the next day, but very shortly after, I was like, you know, let me just, you know, pay attention. I greeted him. He looked at me dead in the eyes. He didn't reply nothing. So I was like, okay, now I know. So I stopped greeting him. Those two female workers, they stopped greeting me. I noticed like in the last couple of days. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, today for sure, because I saw both of them. We've been greeting each other for years. Some people are set tripping to a level. It's just so amusing. So amusing. But that reminded me of Filthy Frankie and how many people went down with him. You know? Now, for example, you have Pum Pum Smash Rockwell. Pum Pum Smash Rockwell. He got scammed by Sanetta. Ask him. Because many times I tell you, I mean, every now and then I tell you, people, some of them, they don't answer questions. Pum Pum Smash Rockwell, that sucker, who is pseudo, he went to the Supreme Court of California to file a restraining order against me. He tried to file copyright claims against me. He got rejected by YouTube. In return, he got to stream on Frankie's panel. Pum Pum Smash Rockwell knows, like the whole world knows now, that Filthy Frankie and his Rape OK platform supports rapists and child molesters. Now, you've seen that Frankie did not deny being under investigation. So some people will catch heat. But Pum Pum Smash Rockwell is such a B-made dude. Such a B-made dude. I had no problem with him. He came on my panel a few times. I went on his panel a few times. There was a time when he was going against the claims of what we used to call Riparianites. As a matter of fact, one of them, Mujau, I don't know why, he changed his name. That last stream of Garfield Reed addressing Malachi York, and there were some victims of Malachi York. Now he goes by the name, in English we pronounce it Anpu, in Medunetcher it is Inpu. I don't know why. He has the right to change his name. But I just noticed that. So when he was going against the Riparianites, he would go through French literature, French books and all that. And a few times, you know, he asked me to, you know, to translate if I'm available. And I did that. You know, I would hear it and I would just, you know, go on his panel and read that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that he owes me something, but I'm just saying there was no problem. But then when I had the issue with Filthy Frankie, that punk sucker turned against me to the point of going to a court and file a restraining order against me. Can you even imagine? Can you even imagine how B-made that dude is? And he got scammed by Sanetta and Polite for the event came out on trial. 15%, if I'm not mistaken. It may have been the revenues from the streaming. But ask him, those of you who know Pum Pum Smash Rockwell, ask him, what's up with the 15%? But yet he's still butt kissing Filthy Frankie. Some people are just B-made to the bone. Some people are just B-made to the bone. Now we've seen Chris Harris got back over there after he got humiliated and disrespected. And he went back over there several times. And just yesterday, Filthy Frankie's Wi-Fi wife went in on him and disrespected him, called him names using profanity. And he's still down that platform. Hold on. There was a sister who came up with a quote, "These are not men," or something to that effect. And I even made a video, a live stream, and I gave it that title. Some people have been made. Now, what will happen when Filthy Frankie will no longer be there? See, some people are so desperate, they don't realize that, okay, they don't have a big audience, they don't have a large audience, but you build it. It takes time. It takes time. See, back then there was way less users on these social media platforms. So it was quicker, it was easier to have large platforms. And a lot of these people, I've shown you already Pum Pum Smash Walkwell going live, having a few thousand views, but 1 or 2 comments. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. A lot of them be using bots. They are desperate. They are desperate. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, like I was saying, I may make some mistakes. I have made mistakes in my life. And if there's anybody, oh, you know, the brother from England, V. Bennett wrote LOL. Yeah. The brother from England, well, I can say his name, 24, you know, 24. He took issue because I blocked him. You understand what I'm saying? And Real Talk also took issue because I blocked him. V. Bennett wrote, votes are for cornballs. Yeah, but the funny thing is that they keep on paying, you know, to have those views. And eventually, sometimes, you know, subscribers or participants during their chat. But they're kind of trapped because when they stop doing that, then we see way less people. Sometimes they're streaming, there's way less people than usual, you know. And I'm saying, you know, their videos come on my feed every now and then. You don't even have to go through the video on the mobile phone app. You can scroll through the video. So sometimes I scroll through to see if they've been live for about an hour, and that gives you a good idea. Because if they just started a live stream, then, you know, it's understandable that there's not many people watching. Now, V. Bennett wrote, Frankie's still using bots. Also, it's crazy. So, yes, 24 took issue because I blocked him. And there's many other people that I blocked. As a matter of fact, yesterday there's a person that I blocked. I think, I'm not sure, but he was on Judah Nasr's panel later on, you know, when I got on his panel, you know. So sometimes with the comments that they left, I just don't, sometimes I may ask a question. Hey, what's up with that? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I don't even say anything. Sometimes I say, okay, I'm going to block that person, or that person's going to go on holiday. Sometimes I don't say anything. I just block the person. Yesterday, as I was live streaming, somebody left a comment about Polite's victim, about the mother, basically criticizing the mother. There is one that I read. There is one that I did not read. And I just blocked the person straight away. We heard what happened during the trial. The mother said that was the first time she let her daughter with Polite, who was her partner. And some people want to blame the mother. Come on now. This habit of blaming the victim is amazing. It's just amazing. Andrew Burnett is in the place to be, and V. Bennett agrees with what I'm saying. And if anybody disagrees with what I'm saying, it's all good. You know, once again, you have the link to get on the panel. I don't mind at all. We can talk. So, a lot of people who be butt kissing Frankie, they will regret it. They will regret it. And I'm not wishing harm or bad luck or anything against people, but you reap what you sow. We have never seen a platform. See, it has different channels, what, 4 or 5, maybe 6, but that's one platform. The Rape OK. We have never seen a public platform with so many rapists, child molesters. Now, not only rapists and child molesters. Hey, what's up, Judah Nasra? What's up? Hero, thanks for everything. Yeah. Yeah, I was saying, hey, Divinely Inspired is in the place to be. And, you know, it's only 6 a.m. in New York right now. You know? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Judah Nasra, you know, the link is in the chat if you want to get on, you know. Divinely Inspired, how you doing? I heard you also on Viven's last stream. I was listening to it, you know, and hey, it is what it is. And thank you, brothers and sisters, who been, you know, Baba. Hey, MF Dreadson, I saw you actually a few days ago, like a couple of days ago, because it's been a minute I didn't see you. But definitely, if I ever block you, whoever you are, I'm sorry if somehow, somewhere you are disappointed, but don't take it personal, you know, because once again, I'm streaming on a very regular basis. Now, I require people to come up when they get on the panel, and not everybody will come up indeed. You know what I'm saying? But right now, you know, there is a struggle. There is a fight. Some people may say a war against rapists and child molesters and scammers and people who support the rapists, child molesters, and scammers. And they don't just disrespect or speak negatively. They get all the people to go email address. You know what I'm saying? So it's not something minor. It's not to be what's the word? Underestimated. And that was up. He will hit the like, y'all. Let's get the vid in the algorithm. And isn't it amazing that this is the Hebrew Israelite who is not so much of a fan of Kemet? I heard what you said about Kemet. Now, I disagree with you, of course, you know, but I should not have to tell people to hit the like button at this point, but it's good for people to remind. And I know that, you know, a lot of time VB reminds the people to like the video as well, you know, and he wrote that he hit the like already. But at the end of the day, that's Random Talk. So, you know, if anybody want to, you know, add on or ask a question or bring a topic, feel free. I'm on lunch break. So, you know, but we won against the HOK. Let's congratulate ourselves. Judah Nasra wrote LOL, check out. Frankie, see, Frankie has a fair bit of servants. So he managed to get the hit of him for a good while. Judah Nasra, did you see all the short videos he made about you? Did you see them? Now, if I'm not mistaken, you rebuilt your platform again, right? Recently. He has 300,000 subscribers on his 2 main channels, many others on the several others that he owns. And he's so hurt. No, somebody emailed my wife a video. Well, you know his latest channel. I don't want to say the name because, you know, it's going to be advertisement in a sense, in some way. But if you go on it, the same one when his bald-headed, broke, jump-off Wi-Fi wife went in on Free Snakes. He has many short videos about you. When I say short, I mean, the not the on YouTube you can upload, normal videos, you can do live stream and you have the shorts. He has many about you. And it's like nearly every day that he uploads a new one. That's how hurt he is. I mean, you can tap yourself on the shoulder. You can congratulate yourself. Now, for those who don't know, yes, shorts, there it is. On that same panel, Judah Nasser was there. And yeah, definitely. Just have a look now. You'll see. He has many. He uploads many in the last few days. Judah Nasser was over there. MF Jedson wrote shorts get more views, probably. So Judah Nasser was over there. They deleted the video. And it's so funny because Frankie created the other panel and he said that, the drama, the whatever, he can deal with it there. So his main channels are safe. But even on that channel, he deleted many live streams. He's so weak. He's one of the weakest dude ever. Now, you have a few people, and I said their names before, but Q Butter, Garfield Reed, and even Pum Pum Smash Rockwell, they rarely go live by themselves. They usually need a team. And Filthy Frankie is the same. How many times do we see Filthy Frankie teaching the people? He has people working for him, giving him the content. You know what I'm saying? YouTube pushes shorts to try and compete with TikTok. Yes, indeed, definitely. But YouTube's doing well. TikTok is just different. YouTube's doing well. Judah Nasra wrote, I think you're right. My shorts with my son get more views. B. Bennett wrote, I need to do a short today. Oh, by all means, I mean, anything to grow your platform, feel free. Personally, I just prefer the live streams. Now, feel free if you have any questions or comments. I'm going to share the link again. But I hope you're doing well. I hope you are doing well. So really remember, I have blocked many people. I have. And if you are one of those that are blocked, no problem. B. Bennett said that he's going to hop in. It's not personal, It's not personal. 2024 will be the end of that platform. I'm not saying it will necessarily disappear completely, but the numbers have dropped. I have noticed how much the numbers of viewers have dropped. You all know that Filthy Frankie used to have pay-per-view debate that people will pay for in order to see. And lately you see all those damn debates, they're not pay-per-view. The numbers have dropped. Judah wrote, I'm drinking beer. I better stay in the chat, Shaka. You know how I tend to wide out with language when I'm sipping beer or wine. Well, if you are drunk, it's best for you not to get on the panel. But I wouldn't mind speaking with you about Kemet, all the negative stuff you said. Okay, somebody's there. It's probably VB. No, it's MF Dreadson. I think you came there before, didn't you? I think you came on the panel before. Because I'm sorry. Sometimes I forget. Some people came on my panel. But can you? Oh, thank you. Feel free to speak. How you doing?
Hey, what's going on? I'm all right. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm chilling. I'm just doing my thing. I'm really chilling. How about yourself? Oh, somebody else on the panel. Hold on. That's VB. Yeah, feel free to speak. Jetson.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing as you, man. I'm in the car right now. So what I've noticed over the years is that there's a trend where these smaller platforms are gaining more traction and gaining more notoriety because people have figured out, they figured out the system, and people are coming from nowhere, making their own platform and getting views. So then the older channels, like the other channels that have, I won't even say the name, but the one you mentioned that has multiple channels with hundreds of thousands of viewers and subscribers, those older channels, those bigger channels are dying because of what you're doing right now, where you're able to use the StreamYard, you're able to do the live streams, you're able to push so much content. And I think now we're at a time where the quality of the content stands out, and channels like yours are growing more steadily. And I think that steady growth is more sustainable. So then the other channels that have the rapid growth and they're older and they're not necessarily changing with the time. So you see these other channels that try to use StreamYard to try to bring people in and make it more accessible. It really, you can see through it. It's almost like you can see there's no substance. You can see the quality of conversations they have, and it's just becoming real evident who has anything really to offer. And I think to just say your channel is one of the ones that has some quality content. So I'm gonna stick around. I appreciate what you're doing. Just keep pushing the info.
Yeah, thank you. And if anybody disagree with something that I said today, yesterday, a year ago, feel free. I really don't mind, disagreement. You know what I'm saying? And what you said made me think of something that some people may not know, but every now and then I say. But you have that Bobby Banger dude from the Pseudo Killers. He goes by Brother Onk. He goes by the nickname God Killer. His team, the Amen-Ra Squad, they made me lose 7,000 subscribers a decade ago. You know what I'm saying? So recently, they try to, silence me, but now it's different on YouTube, with the copyright issues, So they are hurt because they have tried to silence me very recently, And I don't need to brag, but, when I said that Smash Rockwell is pseudo, that's because he said that Kush is not in Nubia and the Hyksos are fake. They made that up. That is pseudo. Judah Nasra, he had said that Amen-Ra comes from India. I disagree with that. I made a video about that. I may have used the word pseudo, you know what I'm saying? But we spoke about this on some other occasion. I think it's when he came on my panel, Reggie also is pseudo. He said that Heru is Greek and that Ma'ad is a bird. You know what I'm saying? So some people, even when they are wrong, they won't even admit it. And it will not hurt them. It will not hurt them, and it's just sad. But besides being wrong with some claims, Reggie's behavior is some of the worst ever. What is this dude rapping? Now, Filthy Frankie, he has a Kemetic name. He said many times he's Kemet, because, I guess it's difficult for him intellectually to say he's Kemetic. But he said he's Kemet. He claims that he's down with Kemet. How are you going to be down with Kemet and then you're going to say you don't give a F about what Ramesses said? You don't give a damn about what Akhenaten said. We have him on tape. I have all these short those clips ready. I played it many times. He's faking the funk. He's usurping a culture. And Reggie's the same. Reggie's on tape saying that he bangs on Kemetic people. But the main thing that Reggie talks about is Kemet. He's disrespecting people, diminishing people, if they don't know the Medu Neter. You see?
Yo, Shaka.
Yes, feel free, brother.
Yo, you know what they did, man? They didn't respect the opportunity, bro. Like that they had. They didn't respect it. They don't see that. Like for me, when I see talk radio and I see these kind of podcasts and things like this, I mean, to be honest with you, just think about it. A lot of people, I mean, even my pops used to listen to podcast radio when it first came out, because these were channels where regular people could call in, get a word off on Black radio, period. They had a chance to pick up the phone and communicate with a lot of other people or get a thought out there that they couldn't get out anywhere else. It's community. So it's important. It's not the community, but it's a tool of the community. these kind of forums, right? And those guys, they didn't respect it in any way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? They didn't respect the responsibility, man. And that's the thing about it. They made a joke out of it. You see? And when you make a joke, when so many people support a platform that literally makes a joke out of people every single day, you basically may as well point the finger at yourself and say something wrong with you too for going along with it. You see what I mean? And that's the thing that we can never do again. You know, we gotta respect people, number one, generally speaking. And I always try to say this. You know, we talked with Nandy about this yesterday, and she understands too. I don't care. I don't tell people what they can do on their own platforms, and I don't even care if people curse. But what we talking about with that platform is pure debauchery out there. How can you curse? First of all, it's not the issue of cursing. It's cursing at a person. You know, on these kind of platforms, man, you know damn right, if it's something like that is supposed to go on, yo, why don't you go meet the person in their face and do it? That's, you know, and if you going around cursing people out like this day and night, and you ain't got no plan to go find the person in your face, then what you do in their face and say all of that and risk and find out what you get in real life for that, then what's your point in doing it on the radio? You see what I mean? So that's what I mean by disrespecting. Nobody in their right mind is going to go around cursing out everybody, anybody they want, their mothers, their fathers, their sisters, their brothers, like that, and not get it in real life. And, you know, they will be on the run. So why should YouTube be any different? That's what I mean by keeping it real and respecting it. It's not about being a Puritan. You see what I mean? The other thing is that what they do to disrespect people is they actually having rapists and pedophiles up there and knowing it and making excuses for it. Who makes excuses? See, they destroyed that platform. So it became a question of, are you going down with the ship or are you getting off that ship? And an intelligent person would see that there's no way you can remain on that ship. You see, a smart person will see that, you know. So again, people can have these platforms. These platforms are supposed to be good. They're supposed to be platforms for people with different, maybe different understandings, even slightly different understandings, to debate history, debate religion, debate all the significance that those things have to us. Where do we fit in the picture with those things? Debate politics, all of those things. But when they have nothing but disrespect and don't rein in the disrespect, see, they screw that. All those important conversations go out the window and can cease to exist. And that's what they did. You see what I mean? So it's just about the rational thinking, man. You know, it's about being serious. At some point, you got to be serious enough to know, don't disrespect what the elders put down already. I'm talking about the ones that died. Do not disrespect. They may not have been perfect. They may have disagreed on some things. Some of them may have made intellectual errors, or, you know, about their work and the claims that they made. But how they put it down, at least they provided a sense for the young people to say that I can still respect him. Can you imagine seeing Martin Luther King and Malcolm X out there just cold cursing each other's mothers and fathers and sisters and brothers out on the radio? Could you imagine that? Well, that's what they took the platform into. Could you imagine Maya Angelou cursing your mother, your father, your sister? Come on, none of them had the nerve to do that because they had something in their soul. They just knew you cannot do that. After all the things our people been through, you just cannot do that. That's disrespecting the elders. And I'm not talking about one intellectual elder. I'm talking about all of them. You see what I mean? And those dudes know better than that, man. They know I'm almost cursing too, but they know better than that. And if they don't know better than that, they should be made to know better than that. But guess what? Even if they find out, even if they figure it out and come out, admit it, that they were wrong, people shouldn't give them a chance anymore because they crossed the line. They basically threw the responsibility away. They wanted the opportunity. They wanted the goods. They wanted the attention. They wanted the cash apps. They wanted all the power, or seemingly glitz and glamour of being the conscious community, but they ain't want no responsibility. That can't do at all, bro. You see what I mean? That can never do. That can never, ever, ever do. You see? So, yeah, what's up, Fight Doctor? So that's the thing about it, man. These cats, nobody have to be perfect, but yo, man, at some point we have to keep it real. We have to keep it real.
You know, I'm glad you said that, Brother Bennett, because indeed the dude, Filthy Frankie, Scam Cheddar, insulting people's mothers. How's the sound, Brother Bennett? Is the sound okay?
The sound is good. Look, check this out. Check this out. And what's up? And what's up? Dread Son.
Dread Son, yes.
Greetings.
I can't even imagine in my mind. See, here's the thing. You ain't got to curse my mother and sister or kid out for me to know if you curse somebody else's mother and kid out, I might have to kick your fucking ass too. Like, where does that behavior go on? You see what I'm saying? Like, there used to be a community where that kind of shit went down. People looked out for people. You ain't have to be best friends. You ain't have to agree. But it's like, yo, some things you just cannot be doing. You see what I'm saying? Like, just some things just cannot go. You can have all the disagreements you want any other day of the week, but some things cannot go. We cannot let go, man. You see what I'm saying? And so people ain't going to look at us serious. We shouldn't even look at ourselves as serious if we can't at least keep that kind of, understanding among each other, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, yo.
Peace to you, Judah Nasra. You know, actually, what Bennett said made me think about BJM, Black Jesus Minister. Judah Nasra, do you know Black Jesus Minister? Are you in contact with him?
Sometimes, but not for a little bit.
All right, because you're aware, I'm sure, that Sanera got his channel terminated, right? Yeah. So now, when I got on BJM, Black Jesus Ministers panel, we had a discussion, and after I left, Sanera got on his panel and started dissing me. When I got on JJ 7000 panel, Sanera went and he dissed me. Even when I had the disagreement with Sabir Bey, who's also pseudo, with the Gaga Google Scholarship, and he's praising an anti-Black person called Ibn Khaldun. Sanera either went on his panel or he had him on his panel. So he's going to use people against his ops, just like, toilet paper, So, I mean, it's just sad. Some people don't get it. But feel free, Judah Nasra. Thank you for coming on panel. Feel free.
I'm in the chat. I'm drinking beer. I'm not drunk or nothing, whatever. But like when I drink beer, I'm gonna keep my language, because Hey, Shaka, you know what? I noticed something. Today earlier, when you came on, I noticed that and I'm really, really appreciative for everything you're doing, and coming over and blessing us with the information and fighting the good fight, brother. And listen, I want to say real quick, when I talk about Kemet, I mean these guys who are saying they rep Kemet, they're really not. They're just using it as a cover for whatever they're doing. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about ancient. I'm talking about what these guys are doing. But anyway, I noticed that there was a person. I don't want to say anybody. I don't want to start any trouble. There's a sister, a female that we know, and she made a video today, and she was talking about you. She mentioned you, and what she was saying like, yeah, he hits all the panels and he does blah 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 blah, whatever. And I was like, I sat there and I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, okay, now I see what's going on. Sometimes they say what hindsight is 20/20. Now I see what's going on.
Hold on, Judah. Yeah. Judah, can you say the first letter of that person's name?
Q.
So that would be Q and then the letter T, right? Okay, well, hey, knock yourself out. I never lied on her. I never called her name using profanity. So she can knock herself out. Last time she streamed about us, it was 7 hours long, so I didn't watch it. And hey, but feel free, brother. Thank you for telling me. Well, I'm not planning on listening to what she says.
Hey, y'all, don't make fun of my. I'm in pajamas, but no. So what I realized though, Shako, is yeah, even though we're all aiming at the same target, there is a separation, and I noticed that. So remember, I kept saying, I was like, yo, why does that certain demographic over there, who are against Sun Litter, they are over there. You were saying that, like, you were kind of alluding to, like, yo, if we all work in like unison and uniformity, it's more productive. But I don't think that other side over there, they're their own little group. They don't want to work with. Matter of fact, listen, Shaka, you said, Judah, you said, yo, look at that screen of that dude making a comment, and I was like, well, what are you talking about? You were like, yo, look at that picture. And then I made the picture big, and I can see the picture. It was me and Rob Rack. He put my head in Rob Rack's head, whatever. Now that's a person that I've known for years, but he's over on Miss Q's channel, right? So we might all be aiming for the same goal or target, but there is a separation between the parties, and I'm seeing what they're kind of like saying about you, not they. Well, she wasn't like saying anything necessarily bad or anything or whatever, but like they're not working in concert. We're not working in uniformity, which does work to Sa Netter's benefit, because as long as there's a divide, he can play off the divide. And I'm gonna say it because I don't bite my tongue with people. Nandy, Queen's Throne, Uncle Suge, and that little sector over there, that group over there. When you're on our panel with the Torah Knights, Sa Neter, he hates that because he don't really see them as a threat. He just sees them as like, oh, they just clout chasing, trying to get clout. When we get on him, he's upset. He's like, whatever, right? So he sees you over there, and then I started looking, and I'm like, wait a minute. I saw El Yara, who's a good guy. Shout out to El Yara and KOT. They were over on this platform. Then the next day, or 2 days later, they're over on his platform. And I'm like, okay, I see what's going on here. Sa Netter's doing the divide and conquer thing. He's not even doing it. They're doing it. Not Yara and them. I'm saying the other group, that other group over there that like acts real funny style, the Uncle Shugs and the Queen's Thrones and the Nandys. They're their own little thing.
No, Nandy's solid. No, hold on. Sister Nandy's solid. She's definitely solid. Yeah, I mean, maybe you don't agree with me, and that's fine. But I can say shout out to Sister Nandy. She is definitely solid. You see. Now, I'm glad you said that, because that lady who uses the nickname with a royalty, I bet she's hurt, because she said a while back, oh, Uncle Shug better not see that, or you're lucky Uncle Shug doesn't see that. Once again, I'm paraphrasing. And yesterday, Uncle Shug ran. He ran. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, I'm glad also with the other thing you said. Some people will tell me F Sa Neter. They will tell me F the HOK, but they won't mean it. Some people are like that. They're going to be faking the funk. You know what I'm saying? But we're just doing great. We're just doing great. You know what I'm saying? But indeed, there's no uniformity. Some people are just weird with it. And that lady that has a royalty in her name, she knows she got played. She got played by that 0x lady.
Yeah.
That uncle guy got played by the 0x lady. And it's not the end of the world. We all made mistakes. I made mistakes in my life. If you get played by somebody, it doesn't mean that you are foul. You just believe the person. But it's worse, because like it's nothing new, but they don't want to admit that they were wrong. They don't have to apologize and say sorry. But I mean, they can do what they want at the end of the day. Now, her saying that I go on other people's panel, that lady, right, that have Queen on her name, she was a paid supporter. She was a paid member of my channel. When she was, I would go on different people's channel. So now she's talking about I'm going to different people's channels. So what? I've been doing that for years. I've been communicating with my people in many different, religious group, persuasions. You know what I'm saying? To me, it sounds weak. It sounds like, she's just really weak and hurt. But once again, when it comes to going against the rapists and the child molesters, in my opinion, she does a good job.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, whatever she feels about me, I'm sure a lot of it comes from that Zero X lady. But it is okay. Even if she dislikes me, it is what it is. I did not lie on her, did not call her name, did not use profanity. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't going to be sitting here and you'll be on the chat of a Zero X lady who goes on us and insulted us and called us gays for months, right? Some people will call that abuse. You cannot be an advocate and you side with somebody that's doing what some people will call abuse. And then some of these ladies, you know, and I don't know what's up with that lady, you know, who has a city's name as a username, you know, and the other one that has like, you know, something
It's
that's
an echo.
opposite to. Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Is it
But yeah, I don't know. I don't hear the echo, but I'm gonna get my car in like maybe a couple of minutes. So I lost my thought now. But
My
yeah,
bad.
you cannot be an advocate and claim to be. Can you hear me? Judah, can you hear me?
You're good, but there's an echo. I'm not sure if it's the brother below or what.
Nah,
Oh,
I'm
well,
on mute.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe it's me. Okay.
Well,
bad.
yeah. Jetson, feel free to come back to one too, but we lost you, or maybe you just had to bounce. How are you gonna be an advocate and you siding with somebody that committed abuse? That Zero X lady for months, while claiming to be LGBT, you made homophobic statements towards us. And Divinely Inspired, who is in the chat, he once wrote, how can you be a homosexual? How can you be a homophobic homosexual? That just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Shaka,
you have a
can I-
person. Yeah, feel free, brother. Feel free.
Yeah, I think what you're both trying to get at is that there's a problem here, and that is when you say something like make an accusation about somebody, you really better mean it. It can't be for silliness. It can't be for get back. It can't be just because you know you want to clown somebody. It have to really mean like you really mean you believe this, and you're warning people. Stay away. That's what it can only mean that. And if it's not that, it sends out confusion. You see what I mean? And that doesn't work, And I think that's really what we kind of seeing right there. People have like maybe favorite friends, and they treat their friends differently than they're going to treat everybody else, no matter what. Like unfairness, some kind of politicking going on there, things like that. But for me, I'm not really up for the politicking. I do have my favorites, certain, but that's just because how they show themselves to be through time. You know what I mean? But outside of that, I generally believe treat everybody the same. Just treat everybody the same, period. No matter what their faith is, their belief is. Because look, at the end of the day, I mean, I'm just keeping it real with myself. I've grown up with 5%ers, people that call themselves Israelites, people that call themselves Muslims, people that don't. You see what I'm saying? And when it gets to a certain degree, it's only going to be your character that's going to protect you. It should only be your character. You can't be a rotten ass anybody out here on these streets and think that your culture, your religion, or your belief is going to protect you from being a rotten person. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's what we have to be clear about this. When we come together on these panels, we have to have a certain level of respect like that, no matter if it's your good friend or if it's not, no matter if it's somebody that got the same faith as you or belief as you, or if it's not. You know what I mean? There have to be a level of fairness for this kind of thing to work. So I think that's what we're saying. We're having some issues with just being fair,
At the end of the day, let me just state this. Queen's Throne. Anybody that knows her, can you tell me? Now, the chat is open to everybody right now. You don't even have to be a subscriber. But even later on, you can leave a comment when the stream is over. Did Queen Stone finally say that Zero X was wrong for telling Sanetta, you have every right after he insulted my mother and my children? Because as long as she cannot say that she was wrong, then she's being fake. She's faking the funk. She's not being an advocate. She's not against abusers and abuse.
So fuck that bitch nigga. Fuck him, his mother, his wife, his so-called girlfriend, and his babies. Fuck him. Give a fuck about that nigga. That's the way I give it back up to him.
And you have every right. That's why I say that's between you and Shaka.
Please let me come in. Please let me come in, because this is the part. This is where I heard her. You know, and Queen Storm. I'm not attacking you, sister, but listen. I was at work. I'm all the way in Japan, and Shaka's video came up just in my feed. That particular part right there. So I had to go back. I'm not subscribed to Saw Letter. I had to go back and see what Shaka was talking about. And you're not saying anything because of your associations, and that's what I'm saying. Like, people gonna start looking at y'all are looking at you guys as, are you guys attacking him because of some other reason? Because we are saying, yo, let's protect these babies, let's protect these ladies, let's protect the brothers. Let's protect the people from these predators. That's what me and Shaka are talking about. He's into Kemet, I'm an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? But we set that aside for the moment, and let's focus on the target and let's get the job done, right? But it seems like y'all got like a different agenda. That's what it seems like to me. I'm not speaking for these other brothers. It seems to me they have another agenda. Like, perhaps they might be mad at Sadr for another reason, not necessarily for the babies. That's what it seems like to me, because, I'm a street dude. I ain't saying a drug dealer or a gangster. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I'm from the hood in America, and we don't move like that. Like, there is no like, oh, I don't like him, so I'm not gonna like do what's right. That's not how we move. And if that one, if I'm not gonna say her name, if that woman X tells Saw Nutter, well, you got every right to. What are you talking about? We look, yo, these are babies. Shaka's child is a baby. That baby shouldn't even be brought up, not even spoken about, and you know this. And X, she knows this. And you're not saying anything. It makes you look crazy. So yeah, you can appeal to your crowd, but don't think that Judah Nazareth, you better thank Shaka for being very, very nice, because you know me, I'm the wild one. I don't care. I'll wild out on y'all, you, Suge, and Nandy. And I know Nandy cool. Me and her have our issues, but I know that she's solid.
Nandy's solid, definitely. And you will see that over time. You will see that. And once again, Nandy, she did curse me and V Bennett. I didn't even know why. I just played it so people knew why I would stop, sharing her stuff, but I did not call her any name. I didn't lie on her. But after some time, she saw how we behave and she gave us props. You know what I'm saying? Real recognize real. Sometimes, there may be stuff that comes in between, you know what I'm saying? But that being said, Uncle Shu, that's why I called him fake. And that lady, that Queen's lady, to this day, let me see the comment. Okay, I don't see anything. So, not only she could not even say that Zero X was wrong for telling the dude, you have every right, after he insulted my mother and my children, but she lied on us saying that we made threats. Did she admit that she lied, or did she play the threats that we made? When I say we, it's they. Whoever they was, did she show that? Because if she said they made threats, it means it's more than one person. And let me just play. She lied. It's a bad look.
So they go live. They go live with a dude named Ralph and a dude named Haru or some shit like that, right? And they start making threats and being very disrespectful. So it is what it is. And we're gonna, kind of just view that so I can show you and just show you that these niggas is cap. And I get it that V Bennett would be upset about Sonetta doing that, but like every minute of the day, this man is live, damn near, and showing the clip about Sonetta disrespecting his daughter over and over and over and over again. It comes up on every panel, even on other people's platforms. And I just want to let him know that Sonetta came at our families too.
So, did she substantiate her false accusation, that was a lie. She lied. You looking bad. Anyway, feel free, brothers and sisters.
Actually, that video is what I was. I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, yeah. I mean, I was aware that he did that to their mothers, and that's one of the reasons why I was like, "Yo, what's up with this dude?" That's one of the reasons why I know them, because when I found that out, I do the same. I practice the same thing with everybody. Same thing with Sister Nanny. I heard him say that about Sister Nanny. I heard him put out all this little fake information. Yo, I don't do that. I don't roll like that with nobody. See, my whole thing is like, you should be able to do whatever you want to do to somebody's face. That's what you should be able to do. All these little shenanigans behind the scene, or I'm going to put this little thing out there about you. If you're not doing it to save a life, then what's the point in putting it out there? And these people pick and choose and play games with the stuff they want to put out there. You see what I mean? About versus what they don't want to put out there too, which is a little manipulative also. So you can't, these shenanigans, these type of tactics, police use them tactics. Police use those tactics on gangs, mafia folk all the time to get them to go against each other. So when you practice these things yourself, oh man, it doesn't look good if there's not a clear, direct reasoning for it, why you would put certain kind of information out there. And it's clear it's not to protect people, it's to do things like this person didn't win a debate, or this person, I'm going to get back at them, so I'm going to put this thing out about them. Look, if there's not really something people should be alarmed about and scared of, then why put certain things out there? It's just pointless, because ain't none of these people perfect anyway, and you don't have to be. The people that walk down the street don't have to be perfect, but there's limits to the behavior though. You see what I mean? Some things you can let people just go on and be yourself with. Then there's other things like pedophilia, rape charges, and capping for pedophiles. When you have platforms and you allow them on there, you know they're convicted of rape. Why would you let them on your platform? You know they're literally, if you get 20 complaints about somebody stealing money over and over and over from a person you let on your platform, you're not supposed to let them on your platform anyway, whether you know they did it or not. You don't have to say something publicly. You don't have to indict them publicly, but you can sure enough clear yourself and your platform of that behavior until they figure it out themselves. It's certain ways that you do things. And I think some of it is shenanigans. You start to see it shenanigans, but that's basically it. I would never go out there and start talking about nobody's family. I would never do any of these type of tactics because they don't mean a whole lot at the end of the day. Look, Malcolm X was a criminal. He said that. He redeemed himself. He cleaned himself up. He went back out there and genuinely tried to make a positive impact on the community. He became a real person. He understood that. So there's limits to outing people for certain kind. Who cares if you went out there, if you robbed a bank before? Man, it's cats that's out there robbing banks, man. It's people.
Hold on. Baby, let me say this. Now, Queen Stone, you claim to go against molesters, sexual offenders, and rapists. Why you don't address the Huckabee who read his own paperwork and he read that, yes, they checked. Registered sex offender, yes, they checked. But Queen Stone, you made so many videos about, is it Kevin Wesley, his name is?
Yeah.
He doesn't have that on his paperwork. And you turn against V. Bennett. You made a video going in against V. Bennett because he did not side with your stance.
Yeah, I'm not
Why?
You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in polygamy, but the thing about it is that I'll be damned. I'm not going to play games with making accusations. If you make an accusation, and it's clearly obvious, once it came out and you saw the videotape of this other guy on the stairs, laughing his ass out, lunched out on mushrooms, face down in the grass.
Who was doing that?
This dude is faking when he make an act. Folks just be sometimes, man, I'm just saying there's some people that went after Kevin Wesley, and what they did is that this goes back to making accusations. Look, you may not like that he defines himself as a polygamist or may have 2 wives. That's fair enough. I don't have 2 wives. I don't have to agree with that. But there's a difference from having 2 wives and being a rapist. There's a difference from having 2 wives and being a scammer, scamming people. There is a difference. And when you come out there and you make accusations, you damn well better be able to prove it. Otherwise, it's considered harassment. You can't just keep following that. It literally is, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. By the police, it's considered that. You see what I'm saying? You literally don't have the right to do what they was doing to this dude. There's limits. So when you come out and you make those accusations, there's a small window of time where you better be proving them, where it better be concise. Otherwise, it can literally just be considered harassment. So is that what we doing now? Harassment?
And you know, when somebody goes against you and lie on you for months, some people will label that harassment. But she sided by the side of that 0X lady. Now when look at this Devonian
to do it. When you use the internet to do it, all you got to do is look at the definition. Cyber harassment. There's different grades of this stuff, man. So anyway, man, I go ahead. But
check this out, VB. Now, and everybody feel free to add on. If you want to add on to the Nassau, feel free. Devali Inspired wrote she's looking like a Frankie apologist. For those who don't know, Frankie, Filthy Frankie, that's Cam Cheddar, Sanetta, This is the people speaking. I did not even address that lady until she was brought up, right? And you heard what other people say. You be looking bad. You be looking bad. People are watching us worldwide. It's only, 7 a.m. in New York right now. Now, Filthy Frankie, Sanetta said that she got mad because he removed her wrench. He also said that she sent him a text message asking him what that, looks like. That 0X lady was playing Sanetta's strings, using Sanetta's talking points. What if I do the same? You're going to side by me? What if I do the same? You looking bad. Come again?
I thought she was alternative.
No. 0X is alternative, but the queen lady, she's not to my knowledge.
I mean, she's asking about somebody's pic or somebody's private.
Well, Filthy Frankie said that she sent him a text message, and I don't believe what Filthy Frankie says, but it doesn't mean that he's gonna lie every damn time he speaks.
That's true.
He said that she sent him a text message, and she told him that she wants to know what that. What the private part looks like.
Yeah.
No, and actually, yeah, feel free.
I'm sorry. I'm sure I cut you. I'm sorry, brother.
No, it's okay. Feel free.
Perhaps our motivations are different than their motivations. We are on this crusade to do this. It seems like they're on a crusade to do that. Like that's why there is no uniformity. That's why they're. It seems like there's some other agenda with them going on, because I'm looking at them like, so are y'all, what exactly are y'all mad at Filthy Frank for? Because I'm getting on homeboy because dude is a predator and dude is harboring predators. It seems like that's not their motivation. Like there's some other agenda or motivation. And this is exactly why they can't really be uniform or unify with us, why there's a split. And Filthy Frank will use that divide and say, and he'll get some simple-minded person from that group and say, hey, look, why don't you come up here on the channel, blah, 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 blah. I'll give you a wrench. I mean, that's what'll happen. He knows how to play chess.
I'm sorry. Now, was it the real Texas lady who was on his chat when he was going in against me? I'm just asking. Go ahead, Judah Nasra.
You say Texas?
She has a supporter. I mean, both of them. The 0X lady and that royalty lady. They have a supporter. That goes by. She has Texas in her name. Username. you know. And when Frankie went against me, there was somebody with that same username, same profile picture. Now, who knows? Maybe it's somebody else, but maybe it was her. So now they be in his chat hyping him, you know, butt kissing him now. That's looking bad. Now, when Enki went back to Frankie, I said, oh, you said it should not happen again. I said, my dear sister, she talked to me crazy live on air. What did Frankie say? Frankie said that she wanted to be with Enki. He even said that she was not sick, that she was just mad because because Enki got married.
Mm-hmm.
She had said on my panel that it can never happen again. And then what happened? He went back over there. And then she talked to me crazy on her panel. And then what happened? He went back over there again. And then she said, F him. Is it really because he went back over there, or is it because he got married? For those who don't know, Enki got married. You know?
Yeah,
but I'm not making any. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like it seems like the like what we're doing is different than their motivations. So people might look at it like, who was it? I think Brother Marquise or somebody. I forgot who it was. Somebody's like, yeah, man. Well, you know, y'all all work together and attack the HOK. Well, wait a minute. Okay, that's all cool and all, but we're doing it for this reason, and they're doing it for that reason that has nothing to do with us. That is not even going to do anything. It has nothing to do with protecting these babies and bringing awareness to what's going on in the community. That's why I'm looking at that group over there, the Uncle Shugs. I'm not going to add Nanny into it. I'm looking at Shug and Queen Stone and Unseen Soldier, aka Incognito, and all them or whatever. It doesn't seem like the babies are not really a concern. It's some other stuff, some personal stuff. Because, like, again, if it was real, you would see Shug come over here. He know who you are. They watching. You Queen Stone. They would come over. They would hit my panel. They would hit your panel. But they're not going to say anything because their motivation is different. And watch, you're going to see in the future, they're not going to say anything.
Well,
they're not
some
even
people
first. They're not even going to say my name because they already know. Oh, you coming sideways? They know what comes with the heat. Like I'm about to bring the smoke. Because they're not doing this for the protection of babies and awareness and protection of children. It's like some other personal agenda.
We will find out. But what's for sure is that they are feminists gone bad. That lady whose name starts with a Q, that Zero lady, the Uncle Dude, they are feminists gone bad. It's clear that they base their agenda on gender, And I don't have anything against women. We have Love Mindful in the place to be. But they try to use that. Now, Zero X, she said live on air on her panel that we go against her. Our issue is her sexuality. When did I ever speak negatively about her sexuality? Those ladies are lying, looking bad. David wrote this YouTube computer love stuff is crazy. Lying. How many times they have to lie? So Frankie's a liar, but those ladies lie, and we're supposed to believe those ladies? You know what I'm saying? Now, they were trying to act like we are woman haters. What? Feminists gone bad. I'm telling you, feminists gone bad. If you're wrong, if you made a mistake, don't blame other people for your mistakes.
But and it's also like it's much better to just identify somebody as a woman hater before they align and ally with you to fight against somebody else. I mean, why can't you figure out who the woman haters are before you hook up and hook up with them?
After Sanada insulting my family on the Zero X panel, that's when I became a woman hater.
It's always afterwards. Then it's like, oh, well, this one's a woman. It's like that don't ride because can't you figure it out before you even deal with them, roll with them? Enough people is on the net, they could be able to figure that out. If you want to know if somebody's misogynistic, just listen to their language a little while first. You'll figure it out. But why is it after you don't like them, they misogynistic? Why is it after you don't like them, they gay? Why is it after you had a falling out because of some other reason, then this other thing comes in? And I think that's what Jude is alluding to, like the motivations. What are the motivations behind it. And to be honest with you, man, I ain't even got all day to be like arguing with, or even not arguing, but just I had enough, man. I don't want to deal with that. I have my own agenda. My agenda is to have real conversation, no agenda behind, no other agenda behind it, no other motivation behind it. Have real conversation that our people can benefit from, period. And there's a lot we can benefit from if we have real conversation, because number one, we got lots of problems, but guess what? We also got lots of opportunity if we just be a little more responsible about shit, a little more reasonable about stuff, man. There's nothing to gain by a whole bunch of division. There's nothing to be gained by a whole lot of disrespectful behavior. There's nothing to be gained that way. And you know, that's what I don't understand, man. And it seemed like some folks are committed to things that don't add up, that don't rationally make sense.
Thank you.
Yeah, so
that's what I'm saying. And Son Letter will manipulate the weakness in your offense. Oh, there's a division right here. Let me exploit that. Because when Shaka showed Son Letter and Zero X together on the panel, I'm looking like, wait a minute. Okay, that's his way in. That's his way to show JTV. That's Son Letter's way to get in and manipulate. Okay, there's the weak link is Zero X. So he'll manipulate that, get in there, whatever, and what it causes a divide, because the motivation is different. Like they're, you know, I don't know if I shouldn't talk bad about these people, but like there literally is like a divide, and Son and them know this, and Nappy, they know this between the Israelites and Suge and Queen's Throne's demographic, because we looking at them like, what exactly is y'all's beef with Son Letter again? Because this is our beef with him, but what are y'all beefing with him for? It don't seem the same. And you know, the misogynistic and all that crazy mess, they'll use Napa to come in and say, oh, these guys hate women, blah 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 blah, and then they'll bring Zero X up on the panel. Oh yeah, these guys are blah 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 blah, so forth and so on, blah 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 blah. And then what happened? They start arguing, and then the attention gets taken off of the target, and that's what they want. They always want to deflect and use, you know, the Aikido move. I live in Japan. The Aikido, they move in a circle, continuously moving in circles to keep you off target. So they'll use, you know what I'm saying? There's a guy called Rob Rack. They would send Rob in to deflect the conversation. Rob, go in there, go to this channel and change the topic. Get them off of HOK, get them off of the pedophilia, get them off of the, you know, the this and that. And he would literally go in as a crash test dummy and do it. We wouldn't fall for it. We would be like, nah, bro, like we about to stay right on what we're talking about. But that's what they'll do. And so, you know what I'm saying that to say, like, yo, like the other little sector over there, it seems like they're on their own little agenda. No one really knows what they're really fighting for. Like they don't really seem to be really speaking for the children, for what's right, for the women, you know, for you know, for those who are trying to, you know what I'm saying, like fight against these monsters in the community. It seems like, to me, this would seem, maybe this is wrong. Maybe if Queen's Throne and Suge want to correct me and unseen, well, I'm gonna leave that brother alone, incognito. If their motivation is to bring awareness to what's going on in the community in regards to assault and things of that nature, that's one thing. But to me, it don't seem like that. And Son Letter will manipulate that divide. Oh, okay, these guys are focused on this, but these people over here, they're focused on, there's some personal agenda. Oh, I was a mod in your channel and you took my wrench, so now I'm mad at you. And we looking at them like, what does that got to do with the kids? And why come y'all ain't never got nothing to say? Like why are y'all hiding behind your? They're saying like, oh, Shaka's going to panel. Okay, why are y'all not going to panel? Why are y'all not unifying? Why are y'all not getting the force together? Why are y'all on your own little? Oh, I get it, because it's an agenda. Y'all's motivation is something personal that really doesn't matter at the end of the day. That's not beneficial to anybody. It just because your feelings were hurt. That's how I see it now.
And the uncle dude, he apologized to Natasha Da a few days ago.
What?
Filthy Frankie's what? Yeah. Go on his channel now if you have time. He made a public apology to Natasha Da. Now that queen lady.
Oh my gosh.
When Napa got on the uncle dude's channel, you can hear her tell Natasha Da that she kind of, I forgot the exact word she used, but she fell for her, or she was on her side when she learned that Sanetta hit her. Natasha Da insulted Black American women several times. But all of a sudden, you're going to be cool with her just because Frankie did something to her. And she stood by Frankie when Frankie disrespected all our families.
That's what I'm saying. Look, that's what I'm saying. You know, see, this is the thing. You know, when you see something bad happening, right? Naturally, you want to jump in there and defend the person it's happening to if you see that it's wrong. If you think it's wrong, right? But then later you find out that, okay, but no, this person, they have done something to another person. Similarly, maybe not the same exact thing, but foul as well. And then you start finding out that people might be calling each other out based on their alliances, not necessarily the underlying issue. Although they're saying it's the underlying issue, like the kids, the community. Actually, they may sway when it comes to a certain person here, or make exceptions when it comes to a certain person there. And see, that's what becomes the problem. You can't make exceptions nowhere for any of it. But you can see there's a group where it's swaying. There's exceptions for some. So what's the goal there? Why not just say you accept the bad behavior? You accept that we all going to be niggas and bitches all day of the week, all day at a time, and we can't do better. Why don't you just accept it then? You see what I mean? Why don't you just accept you're going to have pedophiles and rapists, and that's just going to be okay, and scammers? It's easier to just do that and just admit that that's where you capitulate at. That's what you accept. You accept you can't do better. So you're going to make exceptions here and there along the way. You see what I mean? Depending on who it is, or who likes who, or who's going to get the power tomorrow, and blah, blah, blah. You see, but the problem is that you can't have it both ways. See, that's the problem. You can't
have it both ways
if you don't demand better of yourself also. You see what I mean? You can't get it. It doesn't work that way. It's never worked that way on earth, ever. The people that can tighten up are the people that achieve. The people that can't are the people that fail and end, maybe even get decimated and destroyed and disappear forever because they can't tighten up bad behavior. You see what I'm saying? Corruption destroys folks every day of the week. People. It destroys communities. They disappear forever. You see what I'm saying? So,
yeah, and let me add this now to the Queen's lady, right? Who pretends that she's against rapists, sexual abusers, child molesters, and their supporters. Sister Freedom, that I nicknamed Sister Prison. Big Mama from Unscrapable Minds. She's on tape defending Malachi York, the serial rapist. Why don't you address that, Queen Sloan? Is it because she's a woman? Are you down with her? You don't mind? You don't care? Why don't you address that? The video is on my channel. We're going to find out. 2024 will be interesting.
Bro,
but anyway, thank you. Yeah, go ahead.
Shaka, real quick, thank you. The brother on the bottom, or who is? No, it was Shaka. I'm sorry, I'm drinking beer. Y'all should have never told me that Uncle Shield went on her channel and apologized to her.
No, on her channel, on his channel. Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it. But if he's doing all that, like this woman has done so much damage. Like remember, I was close with her. I know things about her that other people don't know. And when I talk about it, they be like, "Oh man, you're slandering her." I'm like, "Bro, I talk to her every day for hours." Right? So these guys, they don't talk to Nepal like that. And that's why thank you, brother, both of you brothers. That's what I'm saying. You can clearly see there's a divide. That if Uncle Suge is apologizing and doing all this blah 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 blah, like yo, These are the weak link. And they're the ones who are going to sell out. They're the ones who are going to be back over there one way or another. They ain't going to be on the panel, but they're going to be the ones who are going to bow down and kiss the ring. And that's the weakness. And some of them, they know that. Nepal, them, they know that. I know Nepal. They never talked to Nepal for hours, for months. Judah was. And I know how she manipulates and what she does. So they're the weak link. They're not really concerned for the community or the babies. Maybe Southern took their wrench away, and that's their beef. It has nothing to do with the babies, with the women, with the community. Nothing. So you're not going to see Suge and Queen Storm and them speak up and say, hey, look, you know what? Let's all get together and let's all talk together publicly and no, that's not going to happen. They're going to stay behind their things. They're going to focus on other people or whatever. And when it benefits them to make some content, to monetize their channel or to get some views, then they'll talk about it. But that's why I said today, Ashaka, I was like, yo, Southern and them win. Because you got the weak link. The weak links are always going to keep these guys on top.
No, he's losing. He's losing. Once again, on his channel, he made several videos about you in the last few days. He's hurt. His money is down. His viewers are down. You know what I'm saying? He's losing. Trust me, we're doing good. We don't need the weak links. You know what I'm saying? Even if they don't get back on his panel, just their behavior doesn't help. You know what I'm saying? So we're doing great. We're doing great. And let's congratulate ourselves. So anyway, I'm getting to work now. Thank you very much, everybody. Judah Nasra. The brother at the bottom is V Bennett. You know, you can check his channel. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, everybody.
Yeah. Subscribe, V Bennett. I'm gonna subscribe.
Okay. Did I block you or something like that?
No, but you said you glad I didn't mention you. But it's all right, brother. I'm Judah Dad.
Right, okay.
All right. Peace to everybody.
All right, cool.
Thank you. Peace. All right.